Good afternoon, everyone. So today's session will discuss about an traveling salesman problem. Called as an TSP. So what is this traveling salesman problem? So traveling salesman problem is a problem. So where we will start with a one particular city, say Bangalore, Mysore, Mangalore and Hubballi, something if you are having like this. So I need to start with one city, visit all the other cities exactly once, come back to the city one. So that is an traveling salesman problem with a least cost, So start with any of the vertex. You can start with 3, visit all the vertices exactly once, come back to the same city. So that is called as a traveling salesman problem. So this traveling salesman problem can be solved in a different methods, like you can solve it using an brute force technique, and you can solve it using dynamic programming technique, which I am explaining now, and you can solve it using an branch and bound technique, so that I'll explain you later. So that is about the traveling salesman problem. I think there is no doubt in this. So, and let us consider this particular graph. I'll consider the starting vertex as a 1. I need to visit all these cities exactly once and come back to the city 1. So, and here the direction from 1 to 2 is, 10, whereas 2 to 1 is 5. Means that, so 1 to 2 not compulsory that it should be same as an 2 to 1. So other cases also it is same. Means that while going from Bangalore to the Bangalore to Mysore, I am considering one route, the cost is 10. While returning from an Mysore to the Bangalore, I am considering one more route and the cost is 5, like that. Okay, it is not compulsory that how much time or a cost I am taking for moving 1 to 2 should be same as 2 to 1. I may take some different path, I may reach fast, or it may lead to the least cost. Okay, either you can consider them as a time, or you can consider them as a distance, or you can consider them as a cost. But usually, generally we will say that with the least cost. Cost can be anything. It can be time, it can be a distance, it can be a money also. Okay. So now I'll solve this particular problem by using a brute force technique. So all of you know that what is a brute force technique. A brute force technique is a technique, it's a direct way of solving the given problem. Okay, read the problem, understand the problem, solve it directly without applying any of the extra concept. That is called brute force technique. Now what is a direct way of solving this one? I'll travel from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 3, come back to 1, one option, or 1 to 4, 4 to 3, 3 to 2, like that. So I'll write down all the options. So that is, I'll start with the 1. I'll start with the 1. What are the options I am having? Either I can go to 2 or 3 or the 4. Okay. Then once I'll move to the 2, then you can have option 3, 4. And once I'll move to here, option left is 4. Or if you want, you can write here only within this. 1 to 2 I can travel, 3, 4. Then from 3 to 2 to 3, 3 to 4, or 2 to 4, 4 to 3. Then from here again 2 options are there. So 2, 4, it is 4, it is 2. Again from here 2 options are there. 2, 3, 3, 2. Okay, these are all the possible ways. That is called as a brute force technique. Means I am checking with all the possibilities. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. One more option, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 3, like that. All the possibility I am considering and find out what is the, again from here where I have to go. Here I should go back to the 1 because I have to complete my tour, means I should go back to the 1. From here also I have to go back to the 1. From here also I should go back to 1. Here also I should go back to 1. From here also I should go back to 1 because I have to complete my tour. So I should go back to the 1. Okay. and I'll take what is that cost of reaching from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 1, add it. I'll get something, I'll get something, I'll get something for all the possible path. Whichever is leading me to the minimum one, you select that one. That is called as a brute force technique, but it is too much of a time consuming one. Why? I have to check for this path, I need to check for this path, I need to check for this. So all the possible paths I have to consider, then I have to calculate what is the cost, and that we have to select which is the minimum cost. So it is a time consuming process, and the complexity is high. The time complexity is high. Therefore, that is the reason we will go back to the some other techniques of solving the same problem, like using a dynamic programming technique, or by using an branch and bound technique. Like that we'll move to the different methods. Okay, so now I'll take this only, and I'll come to the general formula for an TSP problem by using a dynamic programming technique. So assume that you are in the 4. Okay, already I have traveled all the path, I am in the 4. Only the option left out me is travel from 4 to 1. So 4 to 1, what is the cost? It is 8. Okay, and assume here I have traveled 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 3. What is only the option left out for me? That is 3 to come back to the 1. So 3 to 1 cost us 6. Here same thing, 4 to 1 is 8. It's already there, no? Then 2 to 1. 2 to 1 is 5. And 3 to 1 computed already, and it is 2 to 4, 3, 2. Okay, 2 to 1, how much it is? 15. 2 to 1 is not 15. 2 to 1 is 5. This is 5. Okay, not 15. Okay, so you got it what I did. Assume that I am here, that is at the vertex 4. Already I have visited all the vertices. Only the option left out for me is going back to the 1. I am going in a bottom to the top. That's it I am doing. Now assume that I am in the vertex 3. I have already traveled 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. Now I am in the 3. So when I am in the 3, only the option left out is already have traveled 1, 2. I am in 3. Only the option is move to the 4 and go back from 4 to the 1. Only this option I am having. So what is the cost from 3 to 4? 3 to 4 is 12. So 12 plus 8 is 20. 12 plus 8 is 20. So same here. Already I have traveled 1, 2. I am in the 4. So what are the option? Go to the 3 and go to the 1. So how much cost it is? 4 to 3. 4 to 3 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. Okay, like that you compute for others also. What is the cost? Now assume that I am in the node 2. Compute for all of them in the similar manner. Now assume that I am in the 2. Means I am traveling from 1 to 2. Already I have traveled 1 to 2. Now what are the options I am having from the 2? Either I can go to the 3 next, or I can go to the 4. So there are two options are there for me. So which path I have to select? Whichever is giving me the minimum one. What is it? Cost from 2 to 3. So 2 to 3 is 9. So it is 9 plus 20. One option is 29. What is the another option? 15 plus 2 to 4. How much 2 to 4? It is 10. 10 plus 15 is 25. So which is the minimum in this? So this is the minimum. So consider this path. Consider this. No need of considering this. Like this, you compute how much for this, how much for this, how much for this, how much for this. So assume that already I have traveled from 1 to 2. What are the option left out for me? Either this or this. So whichever is the minimum, you select that. Now assume that I am traveling from 1 to 3. Now what is the option I am having? Either from 3 I can go to the 2, 4, 1 or 3 to 4, 2, 1. So whichever is the minimum, you select that. Here when I am 4, two options are there. Whichever is minimum, you select that option. Okay. So assume that I am in the I am in the starting vertex itself, means I am not at all traveled in any of the path. So then I have to select, so this option or this option, which option? So whichever is the minimum, you consider that. So if it is this particular option, so it is, which one I am selecting among this? It is 25. So 25 plus 1 to 2 is how much? 10. So it is 35. It is 35. Now I'll compute what is how much this, how much is this. So whichever is the minimum among this, I am considering that. Whichever, I have to calculate how much this, and among these three, whichever is the minimum, I am considering that one. So this is why I am explaining this one is, I am not explaining you the brute force technique. Brute force technique is already, I told you the different options of the brute force. So why I am traveling now from the bottom to the top is in order to derive the general formula for the TSP problem using a dynamic programming technique. In order to arrive to the general formula for TSP problem using a dynamic programming, I am explaining you this. So in general, if I want to write this thing is, so it is, assume that G of I am in the vertex I. I am in the vertex I. Okay. So let us consider S are the remaining vertex that need to be visited. Assume that I am in 2. What are the remaining vertices need to be visited? 3, 4. Not 1. Don't consider it. Assume that I am in 3. What are the remaining vertices to be visited? 2, 4. If 4, what are the remaining vertices to be visited? That is 2 and the 3. Those are the remaining vertices has to be visited. So what is this vertex I represent? We are currently in the vertex I. Current vertex. What is S represent? Remaining vertices to be visited. So what is this I represent? It represents the current vertex where we are. Okay. What is S represent? This represent the remaining vertices to be visited. Okay. Now this is equal to an. So what is the formula? I can say it is nothing but an minimum of. So assume that I am in 2. So it is 2. Which are the remaining vertices to be visited? 3 and 4. So what is my S? 3 and 4. Remaining vertices to be visited. So if this is the case, what I will do? Minimum of a J is a subset of the S. J is a subset of S means what? J can be either 3, J can be either 4. J is a subset of S means what? J can be either 3, J can be 4. So this is equal to minimum of an C of Ij plus G of J comma S minus J. So this is the general formula. Okay. So what is this one? See here, when assume that I am in the 2. So that is I is 2. Which are the remaining vertices to be visited? 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are the remaining vertices. So when I am in the 2, so which path I will consider? 29 or the 25, which is the minimum? 25 is the minimum. I need to consider this. So in order to compute that one, this is the formula what we are using. So now it is nothing but J is a subset. C of Ij. Assume that J is equal to 3. So it is cost from 1 to 3. What is 1 to 3 cost? Sorry, not 1 to 3. So what is my I? 2. So 2 to 3. So assume that J is equal to 3. Then it is cost from 2 to 3. What is 2 to 3? What is 2 to 3? It is 9. Plus, what is the cost? What is the cost you got for finding the, when J is equal to 3, means my starting vertex is 3, which is the remaining vertex to be visited then? S minus J. What is your S? 3, 4. So among this 3, 4, which I am subtracting? 3 I am subtracting. So it is 4. What is the cost of traveling from 3 to 4? 3 to 4 is 12. So 12 plus 9 plus Again here I have to substitute for this. So it is, what is this? I have to substitute for this now. So it is nothing but minimum of, anyhow minimum is not required because only one, this one is there, only one vertex is there. So it is C of 3, 4 plus G of J. What is my J? 4. Okay. S minus J is, what is my J? J is 4. What is my S? S is also 4. So S minus J is null. S minus J is null. So what is the cost of 3, 4? 3, 4 is 12 plus, so it is nothing but, I have already visited all the vertices. Now I am in the vertex 4. Nothing is there to visit. What is the meaning of this? Now I am in the vertex 4. Already I have visited all the vertices. Nothing is there to visit. When nothing is there to visit, where I will go back? I will go back to the vertex 1. So what is the cost from 4 to 1? So it is 8. So how much it is? 12 plus 8 is 20. 20 plus 9 is 29. So I got 29. I got 29. Now if I will consider my J is equal to 4. If I will consider my J is equal to 4, then how I will get this one? When J is equal to 4, so it is C of 2, 4. 2, 4. So what is 2, 4? So 2, 4 is 10. 2, 4 is 10. C of 2, 4 is 10. 2 to 4 is 10 plus G of 4. J is nothing but 4 I have considered. So it is 4 comma S minus J. What is my S? 3, 4. In that one which I am subtracting? J I am subtracting. What is I have taken J? J is nothing but 4. Which one I have to consider now? It is 3. S minus J is 3. So plus, again substitute for this. So it is C of 4, 3 plus G of 4, 3. So 3 comma none. So this is my S. Okay. Now I am considering the J as an same 3 only. So distance from 4 to 3 plus 3, 3 here I have to write JJ. Look at the formula. JJ. So 3, 3. How many vertices are there to visit now? No vertices are there. So when I am getting this one, what is indicate? Currently I am in the vertex 3. Currently I am in the vertex 3. No other vertices are there to visit. When no other vertices are there to visit, where I have to go back? I should come back to the 3. So it is nothing but 3 to 1. So 3 to 1 is 6. What is distance from 4 to 3? It is 9. So 15 plus 10 is 25. 15 plus this 10. This. So 25. So there is 25. So I am saying minimum of. So is 29 is minimum or 25 is minimum? So 25 is minimum. So consider that 25. Consider that 25. So why I have explained this one is, so just to arrive to this general formula. So this is the general formula for TSP problem using an dynamic programming technique. So I think once if you listen, you may not come to know that how I arrived at. So listen it twice and thrice, you will come to know how we have arrived at this particular formula. So it is nothing but, currently I am at the node I. These are the remaining vertices are there to visit. So when these are the remaining vertices, then I have to select which path, whichever is leading to me the minimum one, that I have to select. Okay. Suppose if I is equal to 1, when I will take minimum, how many options we are having? 3 options. When I am in the 2, min is having how many options? 2 options are there, like that. Okay, but this is a general formula what you are having. So now I will solve this particular problem by using a dynamic approach, that is by using this particular formula. Now initially I will consider for S is equal to null. What is the indicate here? Length of this remaining vertex to be visited is 0. The length of, what is this indicate? Length of S. So what is S indicate? Remaining vertices to be visited. So assume that this length of the remaining vertices to be visited is to be an 0 and your S is not equal to the I, or I is not equal to the S, both are same. I is not equal to the S means rotting vertex is not there here. So then it is, currently I am in the vertex 2, nothing to visit. Currently I am in the vertex 3, nothing to visit. Currently I am in the vertex 4, nothing to visit. It cannot be an I. It cannot be an I. So if this is the situation, what is the distance? I already told you. When I currently am in the 2, nothing to visit, then where I will go back? I will go back to the vertex 1. So 2 to 1 is 5, 3 to 1 is 6 and 4 to 1 is 8. So when this is 1. When this is 1. Okay. Now I will consider length of the vertex is equal to 1. Length of the vertex is equal to 1. Means that currently I am in 2. The length of the vertex is only 1. Means either I can have 2 or currently I am in 2. The remaining vertex I need to visit is this one, and same thing, I will not be an equal to yes, means I should not be equal to in the set yes. Now if currently I am in 3, remaining vertex to visit is 2. If currently I am in 3, remaining vertex to visit is 4. Two options are there. Okay. Now currently if I am in the 4, the remaining vertex to visit is either 2 or it can be 3. So currently if I am 2, remaining vertex to be visited is either 3 or 4. Only one I have to consider. Why? The length of the S is 1. Length of the S is 1. Length of this S is 1. So if this is a situation, now you write that formula. That's it. I am not doing anything here. Just write the formula. See here, since you are having only one vertex here, no need of writing the min. Okay, directly you can write. So it is C of 2 to 3 plus same formula I am writing. Only min is not required. Min is not required. So G of 3 0. So what is C of 2 3? 2 3 is 9 plus what 3 0 6. So it is 15. Got it. Similarly, it is C of 2 4 plus G of 4 this one. So it is nothing but 2 4 is 10 plus 8 18. So it is C of 3 2 plus G of 2 null. So how much it is? 3 2. 13 plus 18. Then C of 3 4 plus G of 4 0. Same formula I am writing, nothing else I am doing it here. 3 4 12 plus this 8 20. So it is C of 4 2 plus G of 2 this. How much 4 2? 8 plus 5 13. So it is 4 3 plus G of what is 4 3? 9. 9 plus 6 15. We got this. Okay. So now I will consider when the length is equal to, when this is equal to 2. When the length of the remaining vertex, when the length of the remaining vertex is 2, then it is G of, currently I am in a 2 and length can be 2 means what? Either from 2 to 3 I can move, 4 I can move, because I is not a subset of S. I cannot take a subset of the S. That is 1, not I. I will not come in the subset of the S. So 1 anyhow we should not consider that, because always my tour will start from the 1 and ends with the 1. So when S is equal to 1, it is this. Currently I am in 3, then 2 4. Currently I am in 4, so it is 3 2. Now min will come. So it is minimum of, C of 2 3 plus G of 3 comma 4 or C of 2 4 plus G of 4 comma 3. So which is the minimum? So 2 3. So what is 2 3? 9. So it is 9 plus 3 4. G of 3 4 is 20. So 29. So this is 29. This is 2 4 10 plus 4 3 15 25. Which is minimum? 25 is the minimum. So among 29 and 15, which is the minimum? Among 29 and 25, which is the minimum? 25. So compute that. So again it is min of, so C of 3 2 plus 3 2 plus G of 2 comma 4, C of 3 4 plus G of 4 2. So among this, which is the minimum, you find out. So it is again min of C of 4 3 plus G of 3 2 comma C of 4 2 plus G of 2 3. So which is the minimum, you find out. So C of 3 2. So 3 2 is 13. So it is 13 plus G of 2 4 18. Okay, and 3 4 12 plus 4 2 G of 4 2 13. So which is the minimum among this one? So obviously this is the minimum. So how much it is? 25. It is 25. Now consider this one 4 3. 4 3 is 9 plus 3 2. 3 2 is 18. Then 4 2. 4 2. That is there. 4 2. 8. 8 plus 2 3. 15. So which is the minimum among this one? So this is 27, 23. So it is 23. Okay. Now when S is equal to 3. See here what I am doing finally. I am taking some sub problem, solve it, store it in the result in a some array. Then what I will do, I will use this one in order to solve this next step. Then result will be stored in array. I am again using this one in order to solve the next step. So that is nothing but your dynamic programming. Each iteration I will take some smaller sub problems, solve it and use that result for solving the next instance of the problem.
Yes.
Now I will consider the length of the S is equal to 3. Okay, 2 is over 3. So when the length is 3, obviously what is your I? 1. Because length I have to get for the S is 3 means what? I should be obviously 1. So it is 2, 3, 4. So I got the length of the S is 3. So it is same formula again I am applying, min of. So it is C of 1 2 plus G of 2 comma 3 4. Then C of 1 3 plus G of 3 comma 2 4. Plus C of 1 4 plus G of 4 comma 2 3. Okay, so this is separate. 3 4 is one flower bracket. This is separate. Okay, like this came correctly. So it is min of, so what is 1 to 10 plus G of 2 3 4. G of 2, 3, 4. So how much it is? 25. So 10 plus 25 is 35. Now 1, 3. 15 plus 3, 2, 4. 25. 40. Okay. Then 1, 4. 20. 4, 2, 3. 23. 43. So among this, which is the minimum? 35 is the minimum. So now whatever we have calculated here, we have not calculated which is the path we are considering. Simply we have used the formula, we have calculated something, but never we checked that which particular path we are moving. 1 to 2 or a 1 to 3 or a 1 to 4. So how to compute that path is, I have to do the reverse direction that. Here, which initially I am starting with 1. Okay, I am starting with the 1. Which is the path we got? 35 is the minimum. So this path from where I got it from here, here or here. From this I got. This means I am traveling from 1 to 2. I am traveling from 1 to 2. Okay, 1 to 2. Now, this I have to consider. I got 25. From where I got this 25? Either I may travel from 2 to 3 or 2 to 4. I don't know. But I have to go for this 25. So 25 came from this. Came from this means either I have traveled from 2 to 3 or I have traveled from 2 to 4. I don't know. So you go for this one. It is 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. From where I got the 25? From here I got the 25. From here means from where I have traveled 2 to 4. So it is 2 to 4. 2 to 4. Then this one, 4, 3. G of 4, 3 is this one. So I traveled from 4 to 3. Finally come back to 1. So what is the cost you check now? 1 to 2 is 10 plus 2 to 4 is 10 plus 4 to 3 is 9 plus 3 to 1 is 6. So how much you got? It is 35. Is there matching? Yes, they are matching. Means that whatever the path we got, it is the correct path. If I'll move any other direction, 1 to 4 or 1 to 3 like that, any other direction or 1, 2, 3, 4, then I won't get the minimum value. So this is the least cost true tour what we are having. Okay, you may get more than one path also with the least cost. If that is the case, then anyone will be fine. No problem with that. So this is about a traveling salesman problem using an dynamic programming technique. It is very simple. That formula is there. So go through that formula. Then start with length of S as 0. When length of the S is 0 means what? I traveled all the vertices. Currently I am in the 2. Nothing is there to visit. So only the option is go back to the 1. So it is 2 to 1. So 2 to 1 is nothing but the 5. Now currently I am in the 3. All vertices are visited. That's why this is null. Okay. Only the option is that go back to the 1 from 3. So 3 to 1 is 6. Like that. Now when the length of this S is 1, then currently I am 2, currently I am 3, currently I am in 4. Don't consider the starting vertex when length is 1, length is 2 and length is 0. So when it will come? When the length is 3, because only 4 vertices are there, no? Okay. If 5 vertices are there, when I need to consider the starting vertex? When the length is 4. At that time I have to, if the number of the vertices are 5. Okay. So finally compute all of them, then do the reverse thing and compute what is the direction. So 35, from where I got this 35? From here. Here means I traveled from 1 to 2. Then 25. So 25 means either I can travel from 2 to 3 or 2 to 4. I don't know whether I am traveling from 2 to 3 or 3 to 4. So from where I got this? So go back to here. From where I got this 25? Here. here means which I traveled 2 to 4. So I traveled from 2 to 4. Then G4 3. So where I traveled 4 to 3. Finally no other option. Or if you want you go here. So 3 0. 3 0 is nothing but go back to the 3 to 1. So this is how you will compute the minimum cost tour using dynamic programming technique. But using a brute force technique, what you have to do? All possibility, everything you have to check whether this is the least cost, this is the least cost. So it takes too much of a time. Instead of that one, you can use this dynamic programming technique. And this is also your lab program, one of the lab program. I'll explain the lab program later. But this is the concept of the traveling salesman problem using an dynamic programming technique. Okay, thank you.